Hello everybody, welcome to Vista Ventures. I'm Caleb and thanks for joining me. Today I want to go over one of the things that I always like to keep with me out on trail, and that is some duct tape. I like to keep duct tape just wrapped around my trekking poles here. That way I don't really even notice it, and it's just kind of always out here ready to rock and roll if I need it. I think I got about 6 feet of duct tape here wrapped around both of my poles here. Everybody knows how useful duct tape can be, at home when you got issues that happen, things you need to fix up, that sort of thing. So it makes sense to have some when we're out on trail. One of the most useful things that I've ever had to call upon this duct tape for is one time when I was hiking the Duct mid-state loop up above Slate Run there. I was going down this real steep hollow and ended up freaking slipping and falling down, and fell down into some rocks and ended up just actually snapping my trekking pole right in half on a rock there. So I was able to kind of use one trekking pole, get the rest of the way down out of this hollow. When I got down to the bottom, I was able to just kind of take a small sapling and actually stick up inside of the trekking pole and then use my duct tape to kind of weave back and forth on there. And that actually got me through the rest of the trip there. So I still had 2 trekking poles and was able to use them. So that was probably the most clutch thing that duct tape's ever come in out on trail for me for. But it's got a bunch of different uses. Anytime you get something torn, ripped, anything in your gear, you can use it to kind of patch that up. Impromptu, you can make some bandages out of this or something with toilet paper if you ran out of bandages from your med kit, that sort of thing. And it also makes a really great fire starter as well. Duct tape's very flammable, so if you get in a pinch, need to start a fire out on trail there, you can use it for that as well. But pretty much the sky's the limit on whatever that you can come up with for uses for duct tape. But I highly recommend, if you're running trekking poles, just wrap some of that around there. You don't even notice that it's there, and then that way you always have it out on trail just in case you run into some issues out there. So as always guys, get outdoors, have fun, and embrace the uphill. Till next time, this is Vista Ventures.